Sorry about that. My camera at one point was not working. And it looks a little blurry, to be honest with you. There's a picture of myself. Maybe I can make myself clear in this picture. That should be better. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show in the morning. Every single Sunday morning. We bring it to you early bird style, breaking it down. We don't have much time. Let's break it down here. 10 quick minutes. We are in. We are out. God bless each and every one of you. Let's break it down. Shout out to everyone here on the live. All right. So if you got into MAVIA last night, I gave you the flag. 7-minute flag. Beautiful. Pumped from 884 all the way up to 1041 for a beautiful gain. We started getting into MAVIA down here at 770 and MAVIA all the way up to 1050. A beautiful gain on Heroes of MAVIA. Getting in on like Saturday morning at 3 in the morning. So this is a weekend banger to the upside. A lot of the altcoins are banging to the upside. Also got into TRIAS. I talked about these two positions that I entered pretty nicely. TRIAS banging up to 1715. TRIAS just absolutely ripping faces off, melting faces off. And these were simple charts. The price action got very tight and the moving averages were tight and they were at a high volume node. I mean, there's other things that I go for, but that was that's pretty simple to me. This kind of was a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You can see that. Tightness, bang, bang, bang for TRIAS and MAVIA, two of the big calls for the weekend, banging on them to the upside. And again, you could worry about Bitcoin all you want, or you could make gains with the lifer. It's about keeping the focus on opportunity. There's always opportunity out there if you believe in it. If you don't, then there's no opportunity for you. You have to create the opportunity in your life every single day. It is what it is. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin before I jump on out of here for the day, and let's see what's happening. The 4 hour has gas, but could be bending over. All right. The daily says, hey, I got to come back down. And we're too far away from the 21-day moving average, and we've talked about this many, many times. Sorry, this is my older stuff, but if I take it away for a second, when you distance yourself from the 21 on a big time frame, the good thing is, though, maybe we go sideways here, and we pull the 21 into price action, okay? That's a very bullish sign, and that could happen, or, And so right now, until Bitcoin loses the daily support at 49,850K, really, I'm bullish. We would have to lose this key area for me to be turned bearish, and then, big time areas, other things would have to happen. But the liquidity does say that we go lower right now, but they've spoofed before and we've never gone there. But look, 49.5, 50K. It says that we get a nasty move down to 50K. That's what BOOKMAP says. Is that what's going to happen for sure? No guarantees. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame had all the time in the world to dump today. For some reason, it did not. Okay? And you can see now it's in a bit of a shoulder. It's in a complex inverted. I don't care. You can tell me whatever you want. Shoulder. I'm actually going to get rid of all my old work right now. We're going to start fresh on the weekly like I do every day. People say this is their favorite part about the stream, that I go from top down every single time, because it's how my mind works. It's like an OCD factor of me, and I love it because it's my highly detailed, repetitive nature that makes me go over the same things over and over again so I never forget. I just reiterate. It helps me too, so when people get bearish, I just remind myself what I said. I said, so look, these two lines are significant, okay? Right here. These two lines are highly significant. 44,000, all right? And this level here. Until we break these two levels, we are not bearish. Don't let anyone tell you that. We have a bullish cross right there, which is a golden cross on the weekly. Very, very bullish sign on the weekly for Bitcoin. We talked about this many times on the 5-day. I told you we were bullish when we got above here. We have a golden cross here, pushing to the upside, touching the 21 and getting a nicer move up. Do we take a nasty dump or do we go sideways is the question. Even 5-day chart is above resistance here. See, you got 5-day support right now at 47,087, right where these two candles close. So you got support on the 5-day chart. So we move forward to the daily, and we have daily support at 47. That's the same as the 5-day. So here, do we come back down and hit 47K? That would make the most sense, all right? That would make the most sense for Bitcoin. At the same time, you have people buying up Bitcoin, the ETFs, while they're, Bitcoin's not being created. Not enough Bitcoin is created to fund the demand. Do you realize that? And people think this is just Bitcoiners talking nonsense. I don't think they realize this is like really what's happening. Like they think it's just the bulls trying to tell, dude. And again, there's people out there that say this is a failed rally. We're all fools. We're going to end up going down. You know what? If that's the case, We will lose the 4-hour 200 SMA. Then we'll head to the 6-hour 200 SMA. Then we'll break the 8-hour. Then we'll break the 22. And then I will say, hey, man, things aren't looking too good. We'll lose some key areas. And I'll say, man, it's time we take, if I see key scenarios breaking down, I'm going to take some profits and sit on the sidelines and wait for key areas to get back above again. It's so simple. So don't worry about the bears telling you that we're going up or down. If you show up on this channel every single day, if you watch my analysis every 5 to 6 hours, because I do an update in the trading group throughout the day, I trade throughout the day, I do updates in the morning, updates at night. It does not stop. We constantly update you with what's happening in Bitcoin every single day, constantly. I was here last night. You saw me. I gave you the MAVIA. I gave you so many calls and updates last night. It's ridiculous. More than you would need to pay for the rest of your life. I mean, the amount of value that we provide for free on a daily basis here on this YouTube channel. And that was my plan, to overvalue. To say anyone that wanted to challenge me would have to give away so much for free just to compete with me. They'd have to give away stuff for. So I made the whole space better because people got to work harder to compete. I set the bar higher to compete. If you run a trading group, I just set the bar to a higher level. Period. Either you want to go all the way with it or you're not. You shouldn't be one of us. Period. Let's go. So let's look at the daily, and I'm not afraid to say it. All right. So the daily, to me, it's all about the 21-day moving average. And if we can go sideways for 6-7 more days, or even just a little bit of a dip here, and it's honestly, so many people want Bitcoin. There's such a demand in the world. It would make sense that the dip would be few and far between. So I see this happening. All I know is that we do have to hit the 21. All right. That's going to have to happen. And the more we get spread, the more eventually we will have to get a bigger pullback at one point. So just want to take care of the bigger time frame for now so we can all say, yeah, that makes sense. We get it. All right. So that's why, to me, it's unlikely we just start shooting to the upside. It's just more likely we go sideways. This is good for the altcoins. All right. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin dominance in a second, too, and see if it's going to give us a more break for the week, or are we going to be fighting Bitcoin and the altcoins back and forth. But however, even the altcoins are getting enough love. There's just enough new tech and enough interesting things that people like their Bitcoin. And they got their Bitcoin, but they also want to get, super risky and have some fun with some other coins too as well. All right. All right. CME futures hit records of $6.88 billion. I mean, that's a big deal, right? And that's just 1 hour ago. Bitcoin prices dices with the UK as CME Bitcoin futures hit record $6.8 billion. Return to the center intraday trading range February 18th. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, right? Wow. And it's the biggest ETF in the history of ETFs. I mean, we did it, everybody. We blew away the financial system in a way they never thought possible. They saw, they were like, wow, Bitcoin made a splash. So we all know this $52,000 resistance, right? We keep hitting 52K and somehow we can't get back above it. All right. That's we hit 52, we hit 52,200 really is the key resistance. So that's what I'm seeing. And then is there any really support right here? We're kind of in some chop. There's a little bit of support at 49.5. All right. On the daily, but not a lot. So this is what I'm seeing. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. And the 4-hour C bending below the 200. Look, this could be a shoulder, kind of a head. Could you be making a right shoulder here? Rolling over. Here's a low. There's a high. Here's a low. There's a lower high in a way. All right. And so to me, you're making some type of pattern like so. You fall back down to the wedge, go sideways, and we'll watch. But if we start losing keys, 200 SMAs, and look, this is a high volume node. There's a gap down here. We could see Bitcoin all the way back at 43,000, right? I'm just saying that if this was just a regular asset, I would say, hey, 43,000 looks like the next area we would make a move to the downside. It's a broadening rising wedge. They break down just like a rising wedge nonetheless. Or could you say, actually, it's interesting. You can almost say, are we still inside the broadening wedge? This is very interesting. And that tells me that we would still end up to the top. We would shoot up to the top of this wedge. Very weird, but that's the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would have to come up. I never saw this before like this. I never thought about it like this until now. Very interesting. And then you can see we're actually inside of a symmetrical triangle, which I didn't even notice before until I made the two patterns. We just fell upon this tight channel. So Bitcoin's got to go up or down out of this channel. And there it is. Let's move to the 1 hour time frame. And now we can kind of see what's happening. See how I juxtaposing two angles was able to reveal to me the sauce. The sauce is always there. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. You got to work real hard to reveal it. That's why I work so hard. You see how hard I work every single day. It's all about revealing the sauce. I want to see what's happening. I need to see what's inside. All right. I got to start my Cadillac right now and get it ready for the fam. That's right. Use the My Cadillac app today to start your Cadillac. Go get a Cadillac Escalade today at your local Cadillac dealer. No, I'm just joking around. But Cadillac, hit me up, man. We should definitely use some type of sponsorship. I'll make a Cadillac video once a week. Cadillac and Bitcoin, right? You guys all, Cadillac needs all the new crypto people. We got to pitch Cadillac. Jamie, can we go pitch Cadillac? I think it's our brand, man. What do you think? No? I got to ask the team first, right? Can't do anything without the team. All right? Seriously, everybody, don't get too big for your britches. Always talk to your team. I'm serious. It's a big rule. So look, that's just getting tighter right there. So that's tightness. We take a look at the 1 hour time frame and yeah. And then I see like this shoulder, head, shoulder. I see an inverted head and shoulder about to break to the upside for Bitcoin. So I see a move for Bitcoin to the upside today, going somewhere to the measured move of 53,400. And that's just what look, it's a shoulder, head, shoulder. That's just what I'm seeing. And we're getting tighter in the zone. And we're getting tight moving averages. And so far, we're getting held by the 21-day moving average. Let me take a look at the oscillators now. Yeah, the 1 hour is kind of coming down and curving. And for whatever reason, low, we kind of hit this higher low and made a bump. 15-minute looks like it's about to get a move to the upside. So look, we started the morning with a head and shoulder pattern. Look how beautiful, look how simple this stuff is. We started the morning with the shoulder, head, right shoulder. We dumped. Price got bought back up here. We held support and resistance. Resistance right here. Resistance. Bounce. Double bottom off the level. So you can see that someone's buying in at 51.5, which is obvious. It's a key, the 500s always. Could almost resemble somewhat of a double bottom for a breakout. So let's see what the 15-minute can do. At the 15-minute, and we got tight moving averages on the 15. All right. After a dagger low. And then again, I see the shoulder. I see the inverted. Do you see it? A complex inverted head and shoulder. I can't make this stuff up, but that's what it looks like to me. So it tells me that there's a 68% chance that we break to the upside today. All right. And the measured move is 53,427. Of course, there's a heavy resistance right here. We're going to have to break back above at about 52,386, 52,300. That was the area yesterday. So 52.3. We make about 52.3. We can start converting back inside this range again. We get through all this chop here and that VRVP on the 15-minute. So I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin right now on the 15-minute. Let's see what happens. The 15-minute could easily come up. We could not get above the zone, roll over, and then the 1 hour could dump us. All right, we are on this channel 1, 2, 3. Likelihood that we do come here to the bottom of the channel. Let's just see if we can break on out. So in the next 2 hours, 3 hours, it's likely Bitcoin's going to find a way in or out of this, up or down out of this movement. So this is what you want to watch if you want to find out what Bitcoin's going to do. Very simple to me, right there. And so we got Bitcoin cornered again, and we nailed it. And we know exactly what's likely going to happen for BTC. And we'll go from there, right? So these are our two channels. It's all about channeling and then attacking the tight angles. To me, that's just, as simple as it is, that's really my strategy in a nutshell. Watch out trading today. Volume isn't amazing on a Sunday, but there has been extra volatility. And, yeah. So shout out to anyone that jumped into MAVIA. It's at 10:18, doing really well. It looks like it may continue on the 7-minute. Let me show you real quick. 7 minutes looking pretty nice here. Seems like it just broke out of the flag again, and I wouldn't be surprised if that got busy and went even higher. Of course, I'm in it, so I'd like it to pump, but that's an 11.52, and this thing could get, this thing's hot. People know Heroes of MAVIA. The name is ringing bells. It was the trade of the weekend, really. Shout out to all the lifers that made gains with me this weekend. The weekends have been fun. We've been doing damage. It's less to worry. The week, it's like all sorts of craziness. The weekend, we just, we focus on a few altcoins, watch Bitcoin, and we have a ball of it, right? But this thing looks like it's going to continue to move here to the upside. MAVIA, the 15-minute just getting started. It's even got a little bit of hidden bullish in a way as that swings down. That swings up. No, I can't. No. A little bit, like that's flat and that swings down. But we could be double topping. Watch out for resistance at 1055 for MAVIA. And Bitcoin getting tight. So I do see probability of a long. And this would be the long position. We would put a stop below this wick. Again, a lot of times when this trade would play out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I will get wicked out on it on the weekend. I just have to say, like, this trade will play out beautifully 70-80% of the time all week long. And then on the weekend, they'll come down, hit me, and then come back up. And then, So just be careful trading on the weekends. I don't tend to get the same probability that I get during out the week because we just don't get the volume. All right, thank you, honey. Get the keys and unlock the door. It's on already, baby. And that's what I see for Bitcoin. So I am bullish based on the inverted head and shoulder, based on the 3 higher lows in a row and the tight price action. Let's see us get above this red line, get a move to the upside to 53,433 for Bitcoin. All right. And that's my update for the morning. I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. God bless each and every one of you. Get back to your families, get back to church, whatever you're doing. If you're Muslim, if you're Catholic, if you're Jewish, whatever you are, may God bless you throughout the world. No matter what happens to you in your life, no matter what religion you are, maybe religions I don't even know about. May God bless everybody here on the channel. Here's the deal. If your religion is that you love other people, that you would never want to see a child, a person, or a man, a woman, anyone get hurt, if you would never hold somebody down and, do anything experimental to them, as long as you believe that treat everybody the way you want to be treated and you live in love, then you're a lifer and, you belong with us. So I love you. I appreciate you all. May God bless everybody today. May you have a wonderful time. And I hope this insight gave you a little bit of, this knowledge gave you a little bit of insight, helped you through your day, and this education and maybe you learned something today too as well. Remember, if we stay above the 200 SMA, that's bullish, right? So if you get 2 or 3 candles on the 15-minute to close above this yellow line, that's also going to be a bullish sign. We also defied the head and shoulder pretty well, jumped the price back to the upside. Seems like we already have some bears to eat, but only time will tell. We'll give you a BOOKMAP too real quick again. And it does say we go lower and we dump to the downside. So watch out. Key area is this, as you'll know, what will happen is we'll come up, we'll roll over. The 15-minute Stokes will either bend here or they'll come up and bend, and we won't get above this. You won't get above 52.3. You'll get rejected by maybe 52.150 or 52,000. Come here, you'll bearishly retest this point of control, and then you'll fall down to here, and that will be the short. This will be the liquidity that we're grabbing. So I'm not telling you that we're guaranteed to go up. I'm open-minded. Either thing could happen. Let's have a plan for both, and let's attack the day. God bless each and every one of you. I am more bullish than bearish based on the inverted head and shoulder, giving me a 68% chance and the fact that we could get above the 200 SMA on the 15-minute. However, you're going to wait for that confirmation in the next half an hour. But right here, this is it. Bitcoin's about to figure its way out. It's going to go tight in here, and it's going to boom out, or it's likely to get rejected to the downside. And it could even go sideways for most of the day based on low liquidity. But this is what you want to watch. This is the time frame you want to pay attention to. I got Bitcoin locked and loaded. Here you go. My name's Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer. I've been trading for 15 years. Thank you to everyone that jumped on in. May God bless each and every one of you. And I got to go find out why my 2-year-old is screaming. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. And I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close.